Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, it's going to be a little bit different. Today I'm going to be teaching you the basics on how to model in Roblox Studio, so that way you can get started making your own games and modeling your own, assets for Roblox. You can either take commissions using this to get Robux or money, or you can use this in your own games. This is just going to be the basics, and unfortunately I am sick, so I will not be as enthusiastic as, say, future videos. But if you guys do like this concept and want to see more tutorials in the future, make sure to let me know in the comments. So, in order to be able to build, you're going to need to select one of the many templates. I do suggest using the basic base plate because, well, you can move around. How you move around is WASD, E to go up and Q to go down, and you can use right click and hold it to look around. You do need this basic base plate only because it's easier to use and much more simple and easy on the eyes, and there's not much code inside of your files. So in order to model, you're going to have to go spawn this part right here, right next to the toolbox button, which is above your screen at the very top. We're not going to need any of this right now, but we do need this little block. This is the move button. If you hold down shift, you can move really smoothly, but if you don't hold down shift, it snaps to the nearest stud. This is going to be used for moving around your models around the workspace. This is the resize tool where you can change the height, length, and width of your tools, and it's pretty easy. Again, shift for smooth, don't shift for snapping to a stud. This is a really easy way to, move around your tools and, get the basic shape you want. So that is the undo button. This is the rotate. Don't hold down shift for just access, and then hold down shift again for a smoother rotation. Now, using what I just taught you, we're going to start making the base of this really basic table. So if you go right here to avatar, this is how you're going to make sure that your models are to scale. You can spawn an R15, an R6, or you can go down here to my avatar, which spawns your avatar, an R-throw avatar, a block avatar, and a skinned avatar, which is just a basic avatar, and mesh avatars 2019 and 2012 versions. After spawning your rig, you can shape and size and move around your block to whatever scale you really want it to. If you want it to be as accurate as possible to your avatar, then don't make it too big. But right now, we're just going to shape it and elongate it a little bit, so that way it looks a little bit more like a dining table. This table right now looks really basic, so we're going to color it. So if you want to go over here to your Properties tab, and you want to select whichever color you want. For me, I'm just going to do a basic sienna brown. Now, instead of using Control-C, Control-V to copy your assets, instead, you want to press Control-D while having it selected, and as you can see here, it copies it exactly where it's at. Now, I'm going to use this tip that I just gave you in order to make the legs of the table by resizing it and making sure that it's the size you really want. Again, using Shift so that way it's smoother and you can get more precise measurements. Now having our first leg done, you're gonna notice something. It looks like you're gonna stub your toe on this with how much outward it is. So we're gonna move it a little bit inward so that way it looks a little bit more like a table with that little lip on the end. And if you notice right there, the textures are clashing. So we're just gonna, shrink it down a little bit. But at this point, we already have it to scale, so we can go ahead and delete our rig. And now we're just gonna use the Control-D trick to copy and paste this leg into all four sides. Having finished the basic shape you want, you're going to notice something. You can't move the top of the table without the legs coming with it. And that's going to be a problem, but it also has an easy fix. First off, you're going to want to name all your parts. You want to name the top of the table, the top, or the legs of the table, the legs, or really whatever you want. You can number them, or even anything. Scrolling down in your properties, you're going to notice something. You can make it collidable, and you can also make it touchable. Right here, you want to press the anchored option. This keeps it anchored to the ground whenever you press play, so nothing flies everywhere or falls. Next, select one part and press shift and select the bottom part, and right click them and press save to a model. Name your model, and voila. We have a table that we can move around without any parts being left behind. Now, just to show you what anchoring actually does, we're going to move this table, we're going to go to home, and we're going to press the blue button that says play under it. Once you go in, you're going to notice that I'm not able to knock this table down. This is because we anchored it. Giving it textures is really easy. You want to open up your model, select all the parts in your model, and you'll notice on the properties there's the basic color, and there's color, which you can make it specific, and then under that there's material. Right now we have plastic. We don't want that. You can't see it here, but I'm going through this giant scroll wheel full of multiple textures we can select. We're going to use this basic wood, And there we go. We have a nice basic table, fully textured and colored. And if you guys follow along, you guys should also have this. And that's the end of today's video. Congratulations on making your first model and learning the basics. If you like this video, make sure to like and comment whatever tutorial you want next. Bye-bye!